Welcome to Bonehead Gaming.
Okay gamers, welcome back to another Let's Play. Now, we're going to try a little bit of Subnautica. It's a game I've dived in and out of a fair few times. I've had it pretty much from, I'd say early access, but as you can see it's still early development build. But I've probably had it from near enough the start, I think. I got it very, very early access when there wasn't a lot to do. You can go away. So, we're going to load up. See, the last play was in May. I've not played it since then, so we're going to start a new game. Now, 4 options. You've got survival, you've got to maintain your oxygen, your health, your water, your food. Freedom, like survival but no hunger or thirst. Hardcore, like survival but you die and that's it, game over. And creative, where food and all that stuff doesn't matter. So we're going to go survival. And my PC is a bit of a slow loader, so I'll be back with you guys in a few minutes. Okay, so any button to continue.
Launch in 3, 2, 1.
What's going on? Oh, looking out the escape hatch. There's a big bada boom. Okay, we've already got a bit of smoke inside of the escape pod, that's not good. Uh-oh. That's what you want to see in an escape pod, is you're plummeting and smack in the face. Okay. Escape pod is on fire. That's what we want to see. Oh, right bounce button. Okay, there we go. So, okay. Boot in emergency mode.
Survivor. Great job not dying. To assist you in further survival in emergency situations, you have been issued this personal data assistant. The interface visible now will organize your inventory, display currently available construction blueprints, and holds other valuable information. Please take a moment to familiarize yourself with it.
Okay, so these are a little bit different to when I last played, so we now have blueprints on how to make things. So titanium just needs metal salvage, ingots needs 10 titanium. Not going to go through all of these now. Voice log is what we just heard. Friends, planet full. So we've been on the planet and unconscious for 3 hours. Life pod hole secure. Communications are offline. Alright, F11 take screenshots. Let's just do that, see how it works. And there we go, what a pretty picture. Right, let's delete that. Okay, we're not allowed to delete apparently. And tab is to close the button. So our escape pod. We have an exit up there, which you actually just click on the ladder, and an exit there. Before we go, that's the chair. Medikit fabricator. Okay, you're not going to do anything for me. Now, before, when I last played this, you can actually open the medical kit fabricator. Oh, maybe there's nothing in there yet, okay. We have a very small storage chest just here. Got some flares, got filtered water. Water's not bad. Gonna take a nutrient block a minute. No. There we go. How do we equip that? Okay, you just click it in your inventory, okay. And this, the fabricator. This is where you make your resources, so your basic materials, your advanced materials, electronics, substance like water, which you need bleach. And to make bleach is over here somewhere. There you go, you need salt and common coral samples. So the first thing we need to do is have a look at the world. We'll take the rooftop. There is our spacecraft, all nice and crashed. Now if it's catastrophic hull failure, cause unknown, 0 human life signs detected, only 100 meters away. Now, if it's like any of the other playthroughs I've done, you get anywhere near that and it's all leaking radiation and stuff, so you're going to die. So first of all, let's dive into the water. Bit of metal salvage, so click that, and as you pick stuff up it goes in here and it now makes a log of it. Water contamination high, and tried. Right, does that mean the water's poisonous? I'm not really sure. So we have our nice little oceanic world. Right, that's our pod. I'm not sure if that's actually moving or not. Let's get a bit of quartz. Got to keep an eye on your oxygen levels at all times. You don't have a very high oxygen tank to start with.
Attention. Detecting increased local radiation levels. Trend is consistent with ongoing degradation of the Aurora's dark matter drive core due to damage sustained during collision. Continuing to monitor.
Okay, so... oh crap, how did I get in here? There we go. The ship is leaking radiation. Let's try and see if we can catch a few fishies. Got ya. Now, fish we can use for water, not water, food. If you can catch the buggers. Yeah. So I'm going to go around and catch a couple little fish. Ooh, what was that? Not worried about the blueprints. Quartzes, fish, one titanium block. The ship's still there. Now you see in the middle of the ship you've got the little flashy symbol. If you get it out of range of your ship, well, that should guide you back.
Of oxygen remaining.
Now I'm going to need to make some sort of tool in a minute because I don't believe... oh, I can pick these up. I can't break the coral without a knife, I think it is. I can see your shadow, mate, but where are you? Well, that's strange. Now I think these boys here, you can actually get water from. Right, so let's go back to the ship a minute. Ship. Go for the underwater hatch. And we'll have a quick look at the fabricator and see what we can do. Fabricator that side. Okay, so we've got one personnel, we can make one tool. Oh, we cannot. Ah, that's a new recipe, air bladder. We need silicone rubber to make an air bladder. For personal buoyancy, okay. So we can cure the food. Top it flavoursome. We can cook the food. Or we can... yeah, the bladder fish will give us water. So we'll make the one water. Cook the food. Right, let's cook the boomerang. And we'll cure the Gary fish. Okay. Now if we go into resources, can we make anything yet? We can make some glass using quartz or some titanium. Let's make 4 titanium for a minute. Now, where do we want to go? Personnel, tools, survival knife. We need silicone rubber. No, I could have made that a minute ago, couldn't I? Silicone rubber. Did I see silicone rubber? Glass. Oh no, silicone rubber, creepvine cluster. Right, okay. So, acid mushrooms. Not really sure what they're used for at the moment. Not sure how to drop the buggers either. More blueprints, more voice log. So we've got filtered water, cooked boomerang, 20 health, a little bit of H2O, and the cured. The only flavour is salt. Right, we're going to leave that for just a moment then. Keep pressing the escape button. Okay, so we'll put the fire extinguisher in storage. We'll put the titanium in there, and the salt, and the quartz. Keep the little bit of food and water on me because I'm sure I need those in a moment. And basically I'm just going to go on a little bit of explore. You can see the sun is starting to set. Beautiful looking planet there. I mean, the game does look nice. No denying that about it. Come on, Gary. I'll have you. Now, I'm not entirely sure, but I think the cooked fish does actually spoil, so you do need to be collecting it and sort of cooking it up and eating it as you go. You don't want to be saving loads of it for a long period of time. Now, I could be wrong on that. I do have the worst memory in the world. But let's just see what happens here. Now, I've not actually found much at the moment, but it has got night time, so see old Mars looking like planet over there glowing away, moving in the sky, orbiting. The place looks absolutely amazing. Go underwater, and this area is not actually that dark. There's a lot of stuff glowing around. Not everything's always as easy to see as you'd like it to be. So we just got ourselves a little bit of copper ore there. One thing I should mention as well, inventory space. Different items hold different spaces. So it's not a case if you can hold a certain weight or a certain quantity, you can hold certain blocks. Bit like the old Resi 1 sort of game. So metal salvage equals 4 squares, whereas a Gary fish only equals 1 square.
Emergency. 10 seconds of oxygen
right
remaining.
The sooner I get used to these bloody controls and stop pressing that escape key, the better. Used to playing so many different other games. Whoa, that looks quite funky for swimming around with this fish in my hand.
Caution. Continued degradation of the Aurora's drive core may cause a quantum detonation. Calculating risk assessment. Death by malnourishment, 7%. By physical injury, 11%. By exposure to radioactive crash site materials, 19%. If the drive core is breached, probability of death increases to 65%. Emergency. 10 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Right, so that's a little update there from the ship. Doesn't sound good. We now have some funky music coming into play, so I'm kind of wondering if I should be getting back to my ship and holding on for dear God. Dear God, dear life. Because if that ship blows, I think it said I was 100 meters away. So does that mean I'm going to get blown up? Whoop. Is it going to make a tidal wave that's going to push my boat away?
10 seconds of oxygen remaining.
I don't rightly know. So I'm going to get these last couple little bits of salvage. How much room have I got? I've got a little bit of room left. I'm going to go back to the shuttle. Shuttle, yeah. Oh, what's that? Ah, these things here, you need a scanner for. You scan it, and you sometimes need like 2, 3, 4, 5 parts, something like that. Oh, I've lost my ship. That's over there. And yeah, once you scan like a set amount, so say it's 4, you get a new blueprint basically. So then that's where you get some of your vehicles from, some of your crafting, your tools, your stations, all that sort of thing. Inventory's full. Right, 2, 3, okay. Okay, our shuttle's still smoking. That's maybe not a good sign. Let's jump inside. We shall have a sip of water. And bit overkill, but we'll have some Gary fish. Right, those ones aren't cooked. Excellent. I say. Aha, there we go. We now have a first aid kit. Now, I am down to 93 health. I'm not quite sure why. But fabricator, what can we make? We can make more titanium. We can make some glass. Don't want either of that yet. We can make a battery. Or copper wire. Okay. Don't worry about the food things just yet. Now, equipment. Okay, so we can, if I make some glass a minute, and we'll turn some of our scrap metal into titanium, I should be able to make an oxygen tank, which means my 45 seconds should increase. Equipment. pipes, they're basically you use them to extend your airflow, and a floating air pump. Okay, I think that's new. Right, let's do the O2 tank. Automatically equipped, so that's giving me an extra 30 oxygen. So let's get out of there. And it's, oh, that's nice. The O2 tank used to equip over here, which took up storage space. So that's pretty cool. We now have an O2 tank. Anything else we can craft or come close to? Thermometer, computer chip. Don't need a fire extinguisher. Don't need that. Don't know the ingredients. Fibre mesh and lead. Don't have either. Silicone rubber. Can't make that yet. Tools. Need the knife, but I need silicone rubber. But for silicone rubber, I need creepvine seed clusters. Not entirely sure what they look like. Yeah, so habitat builder, that's one thing that I do want to do. Once I get that, I can actually start making a proper little underwater base. So a computer chip and a battery. Where's the battery? I can make the battery now, let's do that so I don't forget. And computer chip was the other one, so I need table, coral sample, silver ore and quartz. Waterproof locker. Okay, and a beacon. Right, so I don't need any of that. Let's go to the storage. Not a very big storage unit, but we'll put... Actually, no, we're going to turn that scrap... Turn all our scrap metal into quartz at the moment. All that actually doesn't save any space. One scrap metal takes up 4 blocks. One scrap metal turns into 4 quartz, takes up 4 blocks. So we'll forget that for the moment. So let's dump some of this stuff. Alright, that's my storage completely filled up now. Yeah, I've already listened to that. Okay. New blueprints. The things that we just learnt. So we don't actually have a lot of storage room at the moment. Let's get rid of one of the quartz and put the battery in there. What is that? Oh, that's scrap metal. Right, so we better make one of those storage chests. Waterproof locker, 4x4 storage. Now, if I remember correctly... that's not what I wanted to make. Damn. That used to be another storage unit. Tools, scanner. That scanner is what I was on about before, so... Let's get my battery back. And we'll make that scanner. Scanner. There we go. So now with that scanner, there you go. Okay, so to select something, you basically need to hover over it and press the hotkey button, whichever one you want to assign it to, 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5, and it automatically puts it down there. So let's get the medkit as number 2. Can't put the medkit as number 2, you've got to use it in the inventory. That's a bit frustrating, but okay, I can go with that. So we now have a deployable
Warning,
locker.
Local radiation readings exhibit characteristics consistent with total degradation of the Aurora's dark matter drive core. A quantum detonation will occur with a probability of 85.5%. Advise observing a 1 kilometer safety range.
Yeah, I'll open it. There you go. Right, so not a lot of room, but it's room nonetheless. There you go. Let's put 2 of the bladder. Actually, let's turn the bladderfish into water straight away. Substance, water. Zoom. 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 Alright, that should be my bladderfish. No, I've still got more bladderfish. And I'm not sure about the food, so I'm not going to cook it. I'm just going to cure it for the moment. Oh, I need salt to cure. Ah, damn. Right, in that case, I will just cook 1 Gary fish. So we will drink a bottle of water and a Gary fish. Another bottle of water. Right, okay. Oh, I don't want to pick you up. There we go. So let's get a bottle of water in there, and we'll put the boomerang fish in there. So all we have is a med pack, bottle of water, and the first aid kit. It's common for those accustomed to synthetic foods to be repulsed by the thought of eating an animal carcass. Try to remember that humans survived this way for many years. You can too. Okay, so it has come daytime again. Let's have a cheeky save. Now, as bearing in mind with this scanner, you do have a battery life on it. And I do not remember where that little box was. Can't remember which direction I was in. Crud. There's something over there though. What is that? Don't think that's a little box. No, that looks like a bit more quartz. That's a salt deposit. Excellent. We'll take that for the food. Oh, these are what I want, these plants. These are the creep vine things. Hopefully this is what I can use to make silicone rubber. But we've got to watch out for these bloody good things over there. So let's pick some of these up. Alright, let's get back to ship. Hopefully they don't get eaten. Ah, that's cool, he didn't come for me. Good boy. Oh, what's this down here? Inventory full. Okay. Let's drop one of those quickly. Some sort of egg. Now, I'm not sure how the whole egg thing works. I've not actually done that before.
Of oxygen remaining.
Come on. Fabricator, please. We can now make a lubricant. But I want the silicone rubber. Let's make a couple of these bad boys. Now let's go pick some of our titanium up. Now what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to pick a lot of my resources back up and see if there's anything else I can create that we've missed. Salt. Let's drink of water. I think that's enough titanium. Won't do anything about those. Okay. First thing I want to do is tools. Yes, we make the survival knife. Beautiful. Right, so we can make that. I don't want to make that. No other tools we can make. Don't want to worry about the flashlight. No.
Emergency. Seismic readings suggest a quantum detonation has occurred in the
Let's have a look.
drive core. The central dark matter reactor will reach a supercritical state in T-minus.
Is this a good idea?
10, 9,
yeah,
8,
play with that knife.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
I'm scared. Oh shit. Alright, there's no shockwave coming out, so that's kind of good. No radiation poisoning on my part. Okay, sounds like the radiation meter's going up. There's a high wind. But, okay, I think we might have survived that. Not been blown away, not been hurt. Okay, let's get back in the ship then. Back to the fabricator. So, basic materials, we can make glass or silicone rubber, okay. Advanced, can't do anything in the advanced. Electronics. Nil silver and coral table sample. The silver is going to be a pain on that one. Need to make a new battery, which I just need 2 more acid mushrooms. They are these purple things I threw away. Got no food to make. Equipment. Okay, let's make some fins so we can swim a little faster. tools. I've already got the knife. Okay, so that's all that for that then. And the fins are in here as well, so that's lovely. Right, let's just turn these into silicone rubber a minute. And anyway guys, I'm going to call this an episode here. Thank you once again, and as always, for watching. It is always appreciated that any of you guys actually managed to get this far, or even just start my channel to begin with. I mean, it's amazing, so thank you guys very much. As always, happy gaming and goodbye.